Now this is why I'm not anti-Semitic if I dislike Israel. Now guys, I want you guys to have your thinking caps on, please. Now this might turn you off, but please don't be afraid. I'm not gonna be preachy. I am a follower of this guy. So which means I'm a Christian. This Christ that I follow in Christianity is actually a Jew. Sorry, my blue ran out. There you go, that's a little better. However, he's not an Israel type of Jew. So Israel is a sovereign state with its own government, officially known as the State of Israel. And it has elected representatives and a prime minister, then a monarch or a dictator. But whatever, I'm not trying to explain Israel's government and whatnot, just chat GPT it. Now when people say I dislike Israel, this is what they're referring to, government. They're not referring to Jews. We like Jews. We don't like the government of Israel. Guys, we're about freedom. We're about free speech here in America. Now what about online? Do you guys like free speaking online? Do you guys like saying your own thoughts and not controlled thoughts? Me, I love my own thoughts. I'm never gonna get sponsored by Israel because they hate me because I call them out. And I'm gonna continue doing that. They can offer me 6 million today. Now, if my influence gets to that point where it's that much of value, I'm sorry, man. It's not gonna cut it. Maybe 150 million. I'm joking, it's not gonna cut it. Why? Because I'm a follower of Christ. My moral convictions won't allow me to have my tongue controlled by other people. Now, I don't know about the war that much, so if people in the comments would love to educate me more about it, but I just know that Palestine is getting cooked by Israel. And me with my American education, I sometimes get it confused with Ukraine. I'm just a little uneducated. But that was before. Now I really know. Now, the government of Israel would call me anti-Semitic or any political figurehead that Israel has a grip on their tongue on. So any person thinks I'm a Jew hater if I say I dislike Israel, which I'm referring to the government, so now I even put it in context. And I just said that I worship a Jew. I don't hate the ethnicity of Jewish people. In fact, I embrace it and love it. I love Judaism because they follow the Old Testament. That's amazing. But we also have Jesus Christ in our Bible, and they don't. That's all we differentiate. But that's besides the point. Now guys, please, I hope you guys have a little bit of common sense to understand that free speech matters a lot in America. Not in just America, but in the whole world. Speaking freely of your mind and not getting persecuted for your speech is a blessing. It means that we can hold debates and agree to disagree with each other. And maybe try persuading people or allowing them and the opportunity to know why you believe in what you believe in. And then you guys can just debate. It's beautiful, man. You can change so many minds. And you can save so many people from all the turmoil that they're facing in their lives if you tell them truth. Now, guys, this Netanyahu person, he's simply trying to take away that freedom. He thinks just because we can say whatever we want on X, for example, that there's a problem. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of this person literally saying from his own lips that he was going to take control of TikTok or have a sit down and talk with Elon Musk.
Christian influencers, okay? You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane, they're loonies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well, okay? And you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is followers. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. Exactly.
Cesspool.
Very good. And, you know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpoint? Yes.
This person literally says that the newest power in the world isn't machinery, but it's online influence. Why? They influence the youth, and the youth is the future of our generation. So if they pump out this propaganda of pro-Israel, Israel's really good, they just get millions of dollars and support that they don't deserve when they're not even doing good and they're bombing people constantly left and right. Now, what's the justification for the bomb? And Yahoo, let me know. Let's have a talk. Now, it's to a point.
If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking package.
Now, let's say the base is right there inside of a children's hospital or something, and there's really military leaders inside of that infrastructure. You don't have to nuke the entire damn town or have the people evacuate and then bomb the hell out of them. Now, if you're afraid of them having weapons of mass destruction, that's where you're gonna have to use your negotiating skills, because buddy, anybody can get that. At least any government. All it takes is one government to say, hey, I'll nuke you if you don't let me transport these nukes this place. You nuke them, I'll nuke you. Dude, we're so close to a war, guys. To a nuclear war. It's scary. And taking away freedom of speech is not gonna help anybody. Guys, this is the definition of fascism. It's a political ideology characterized by dictatorial power, extreme and national, and suppression of opposition, and strict social and economic control. Hello guys, what's going on? Quick interruption. I have these cool blankets. They're hand-knitted blankets. Great for scrollers, great for babies. We got them in pink, we got them in green, and we got them in blue. If you guys were looking for a blanket, shop at backtosupply.com. Thank you guys, appreciate you guys. So you guys know about the Jews and the Nazis, right? They were considered fascist. They were considered fascist because they're doing exactly that. And now guys, what is Israel doing? Now, I'm not calling Israel Nazis, because they didn't kill 6 million Jews. However, they're killing a lot of people. But the suppression of opposition, which is actually your own nation, or the people that are supporting you, eventually they're gonna ignore our individual rights, which in certain steps they have. But this is the point where Israel needs to start moving a good direction, rather one that just makes us hate them. Israel isn't my opposition. It's the powers and principalities that are there, the spirit of darkness that is leading them astray. I love Jews, I love black, I love whites, and I love Hispanics and Asians. At the end of the day, we are all shades of wheat, and I am just waiting till the last days for God to claim his children. So if you want to put a bullet in my neck too, then I suggest you do. But this is America. This is where we have free speech. This is where I have the courage to speak out on my personal convictions online to y'all and let you guys know what's happening today in our world and why it is concerned. That's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.